Hey guys, it's Amber and welcome back to my channel. Today's a very special video because we're gonna be choosing my February TBR. I'm so excited. So the way that we're doing it this month is we're gonna be using a jar. So I wrote all the books that are my TBR on Goodreads, and I wrote all the names in a piece of paper and I folded them and I put them in this jar, and we're gonna be picking 8 books. So I don't know what, I know the books that I put in there, a few of them. It's been a bit. I've had this for a while already ready. So I don't know what the books are about at all. Like, I know like the tropes and like a little bit about them, but I don't know the full like plot line, stuff like that. Because I like to go into books a little bit blind, just know a little bit about them, but not enough. So I'm gonna be choosing 8 books, and I have 11 here, so we're not gonna be reading a few. So I'm very excited because this month is like Valentine's Day, so I wanted to do a lot of romance, but I did add some fantasy, some thriller and mystery, because I feel like I need to have some type of form for me to read, something different, because if not, I'm gonna go into a book slump. So we're gonna be choosing the books, so yeah, let's start. The first book that we're gonna be reading, well, I'm gonna be reading is, okay, let's open it. I'm scared. I'm so scared. Is If He Had Been With Me by Lauren Nolan. So if you watch my other video, I said I wanted to reread this book. There's a lot of rereads in this jar, but I want to reread this book because the second book, If I Had Been With Her, if only I had told her, I think that's the name, I'm gonna put it right here, comes out this month. It comes February 6th, I believe. So I want to read this book and go into the second one so I can know so I can remember, because last time when I read it, I didn't cry or anything, so I was very disappointed, but I wanted to give it a second try. So yeah, If It Had Been With Me. I literally have it with me right now. I took out all the books that I had on the thing. So If He Had Been With Me. So we're gonna give it a reread to see if I like it. I'm very excited because I feel like the time that I read it, I wasn't mentally okay, so I didn't really enjoy it. So I'm very excited to give it a second try. So yeah. The second book that I'm gonna be reading, oh my god, I'm scared. I'm not scared. I feel like I liked all the books that I put in here, but there's a few that I've never heard before until like I saw. So the second book that I'm gonna be reading is, let's see, Before We Were Strangers by Renee Carlino. I think that's how you say it. I'm gonna read it on my iPad, of course, but it's right here. I have no idea what this book is about. That's all. Before We Were Strangers, I feel like they dated or something happened. I know it's based in New York. I searched a little bit of it before I put all these books. It's based in New York, so I'll read it with my eyes open. Of course, I feel like it's gonna be heartbreaking because Before We Were Strangers. I want to know what this book is about, but that's gonna be the second book. Oh, I'm very excited. I feel like I got a good selection going. So If He Had Been With Me and Before We Were Strangers. The third book I'm gonna be reading is, I get scared and I'm like, it's fine. Okay, so the next book I'm gonna be reading is The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. Yeah, Poston. So I saw Sarah Curley read this book, and she literally influenced me to want to read this book. I have no idea what the book's about. I know that the guy lives 7 years into the future, and for her is happening in that exact same moment. So that's as much as I know, and I feel like it's gonna break my heart. A lot of people loved it. I'm excited to read it, so I cannot wait to read it. So yeah, so the fourth book I am gonna be reading is, let's open and see. I have nails and I can't even open them. It's gonna be 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. So this is a mystery. It's about 5 friends that are going on a road trip or something, and there's like a sniper in their van, like stops working, so they're stuck in the middle of the desert, I believe, and there's a sniper. So this person is trying to kill them one by one because one of them is holding a secret to that person, And I know this because I searched it up before putting it on the TBR jar. So this is freshly in my memory. But I'm excited because I did read the Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, and it's really good. I really liked it, and I love mystery, and I love how she writes and how she explains. So I'm very excited to read it. It's a good mystery. It's been a while since I've read a good mystery thriller, so I'm very excited. So the 5th book that I'm going to be reading in February is... I haven't gotten a series. I put a series in there. I put like 2 series, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, so the 5th book is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. Oh my god. So the first book, obviously Powerless, is out now, but the second one comes out soon, and I'm very excited because everybody has read it already, and Sarah Curley has read the book and she really enjoyed it, and I love Lauren. I follow her on TikTok and on Instagram and everything, and it's a fantasy, I believe. Yes, it's a fantasy, and it has romance, it has banter. I've watched so many videos and I really wanted to read this book, so I'm very happy that I'm going to be reading it before the second one comes out. So I am very excited to read this book, and I love Lauren, so very happy with this pick. So the 6th book that we're going to be reading this month is, let's see, Picking Daisies on Sundays by Liana Cincotti. I don't know how to say her last name. I'm so sorry, Liana. But as again, everybody has read this book. She self-published herself, so we love a queen that publishes her own book. I'm very excited because it's February, so Valentine's Day, romance month for me. I just love it. I heard that the main girl in the book had a crush on this guy. They were childhood best friends. She told him that she liked her. They dated or something, or he didn't like her back, and then they see each other after years. I don't really know much about it, as you can tell, but I'm very excited to read this one because a lot of people, it's been on my For You page on TikTok a lot, so I can't wait to get to it. The 7th book that we're going to be reading is 7 is Wildcat by Rebecca Jansak. I don't know if you can. Jansak. So this is a hockey romance, and it's a series. It's one of the series that I put, so I'm actually kind of happy because I feel like all the guys in this series fall in love first, and I love a good hockey series. So thank God there's a hockey romance throughout this month because I wouldn't be able to live without hockey romance. So I'm very excited to read this book. I have no idea what the book's about. I think he has a crush on the girl or something. I don't remember much about it, but I'm very excited. Can't wait to read it. The last book that I'm gonna be reading for February is... I'm scared. I don't want to... Okay, there's so many. Okay, let's see. So the last book that I'm gonna be reading in February is Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. So this is one of the other rereads that I wanted to read. I have the book right here. Reminders of Him, because I really like this book, and when I read it like 2 years ago. I don't know when it came out. It came out like 2 years ago. This is my favorite Colleen Hoover book. I don't remember much about what the book it was. I just remember that I cried a lot, and I've been wanting to cry, and I wanted to have a book. So I feel like having these 2 books together, it's gonna be a good month. So we have the happy romance stuff, but we have this too. So I'm very excited for all the books that I'm gonna be reading in February. I'm very excited to read all these books. I feel like I have a good mix of like a lot of romance, a little bit of fantasy, a little bit of mystery, hockey romance, and just heartbreak. So we have a little bit of everything. I feel like I can read as much as I want, however I'm feeling. So I have options, limited options to read. So yeah, those are all the books that I'm going to be reading in February. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your bell on. My Goodreads is going to be linked down below if you want to follow me on there so you can see the books that I'm reading right now. And I can't wait to see you next Friday. Bye!